There was no mention of Jews in any reported incident for as long as the Prophet Muhammad stayed in Makkah. But as soon as he migrated to Medina, a lot of Jews were already residing there. Now the question arises, how did so many Jews get to Medina? It was because Jews had known for 1,000 years that a prophet would soon appear in Medina and its surroundings. Around 70 years ago, 3 shepherds were roaming around in the Palestinian mountains when they came across an abandoned cave. Inside that cave, they found nothing but 2 jars. When they opened the jars, they found some ancient papers and scrolls. They didn't think much of these scrolls and sold them for pennies in the nearest market. From there, these scrolls somehow made their way to an American archaeologist. The archaeologist immediately understood that it was the Jews' holy book, Torah, but it was written in a strange style and was starkly different from today's Torah. The archaeologist John C. Trevor compared those scrolls to the oldest available version of Torah, which was 1,800 years old. Their styles were exactly the same. Trevor decided to get carbon dating done on the scrolls to find out their age. He found out that they were at least 2,200 years old. It means that the scrolls found by an ordinary Arab shepherd in a Palestinian cave were from one of the oldest Torahs in the world, even older than Jesus. It wasn't the complete Torah, but still had many sections of it. The scrolls began with the mention of the Jewish prophet Isaiah, who is also believed in by both Christians and Muslims. Isaiah had written some prophecies to predict the future. Prophecies of Isaiah. The first prophecy was that Bakht-i-Nasr, the mighty and cruel ruler of Babylon, who had been wreaking havoc on Jews, would be destroyed by a man who would then give the Jews their land back. This prophecy had proved true 3 centuries before the latest version of the Torah, through Cyrus the Great, the ruler of Persia, also referred to as Zulkarnain by modern Muslim scholars. The second prophecy of Isaiah was about the reason Jews had moved to Medina. It read, "My servant, who I keep to myself. I will put from my soul into him, and he will establish peace in the world. Until he does so, he will not step back. Nobody will be able to crush him, and I will not let the idols steal the praise due to me. O people of Kedar, make merry. Selah's people should climb up the mountains and chant their lungs out and say, 'Let them give glory to their Lord.'" Now, let's break down these prophecies. Breakdown of the prophecies. Let's begin with understanding Kedar. The people of Kedar had been told to make merry. But who are these people and where are they? Kedar is the name of the son of Prophet Ishmael and the second grandson of Prophet Abraham. Kedar's descendants had established a powerful kingdom in Arabia. Prophet Muhammad was also from his lineage. The second mention is of idols. At that time, idolatry was widespread in Arabia. It makes it obvious that the prophet was going to appear in Arabia. Prophet Isaiah had made the second prophecy that the people of Selah should climb up the mountain and chant with joy. The word Selah is still written like this in the Torah. Where is Selah? This is very interesting. Everybody has Google Maps. Enter Selah Arab in Google Maps and search. It will lead you directly to this mountain. This mountain is in Medina even today. And not only in Medina, but it is also the closest mountain to the Masjid-i-Nabi. It is only 500 m away from the Masjid-i-Nabi. Not even kilometers, meters. So in the Torah, the people of Selah have been told to climb up the mountain and chant with joy, because such a person is about to come to them who will establish peace in the whole world. And all of this had already been told to Jews in the Torah. Jews had a clear estimate that a prophet was about to appear in Medina. So slowly, many Jews started shifting to Medina and close-by cities in hope of meeting that prophet. The migration became massive after their battle with the Roman Empire, so much so that the Jews established Khyber, the closest city to Medina, as their headquarters. Jews in Medina. Medina got established as a pivotal center for both Jews and the Arab. The interaction between these communities was multifaceted. One notable aspect was the economic and intellectual exchanges between Jews and Arabs. The Jews, known for their astute business acumen and scholarly traditions, brought considerable expertise and knowledge to the region. The economic impact of Jewish presence in Medina was profound. Their skills in trade, finance, and agriculture contributed significantly to the local economy, fostering prosperity and growth. This interaction not only enriched the material wealth of Medina, but also facilitated cultural exchange and intellectual discourse. Furthermore, Jewish scholars and scribes were instrumental in recording and preserving knowledge, including legal principles and historical events, which would later influence Islamic jurisprudence and historical documentation. Their contributions extended to linguistic expertise, aiding in the translation and understanding of ancient texts, including parts of the Torah and other scriptures that bore relevance to both Jewish and Muslim communities. This intellectual exchange was not one-sided. As Muslims and Jews interacted, there was a mutual sharing of spiritual insights and prophecies, particularly those that foretold the coming of a significant figure in Medina. The presence of Jews in Medina thus played a crucial role in shaping the cultural and intellectual landscape in which Islam would emerge and flourish. The people of Medina were really impressed by the intellect and the sense of business of the Jews, just like today's world. When the Jews started increasing in numbers, as natural between any other communities, conflicts started to break between them and the Arabs, despite their collaborations. Whenever such an incident occurred, the Jews would warn the Arabs of their prophet who was about to come. They would say, "Do whatever you want today, but soon our prophet will come and establish peace in the world. That day, we will not spare you." It had instilled a fear among the people of Medina that what if the prophet of Jews actually came and destroyed them? The people of Medina had been told generations after generations that a prophet is about to come. The continuous intimation had convinced them of the arrival of the prophet. Amongst all this, a man named Musab ibn Umair came from Makkah to Medina one day. He preached Islam to the people of Medina and told them that an Arab man in Makkah has been claiming prophethood, but nobody believes him. The news of the appearance of an Arabic-speaking prophet surprised the people of Medina. What if it is the same prophet Jews warned them of? Thinking this, they became the first ones to accept Islam. When the Jews found out that their prophet had appeared among the Arabs, they refused to believe in him. Nonetheless, some Jews accepted Islam and even gave their lives for it. The Jews who believed are credited with discovering what had been said in the Torah about the Prophet Muhammad. This was the reason. Hazrat Salman Farsi, a well-known fellow of the Prophet, was sent to Medina by a Christian priest that a prophet is about to appear there. The Jews did not only refuse to believe in the Prophet, but also conspired in every way they could to bring him down. But Jews in Arab were crushed after the Battle of Khyber, and Muslims got all the wealth they had collected over hundreds of years. It also intimated the people of Makkah that after Khyber, they were the next. Jews' role in establishment of Islamic State. The defeat of the Jewish tribes marked a turning point in their relationship with the emerging Muslim community led by Prophet Muhammad. For the Jews, the aftermath of Khyber meant not only a loss of political and economic power, but also a revaluation of their place within Arabian society. The spoils of war from Khyber provided the Muslim community with much-needed resources, allowing them to consolidate their position in Medina and beyond. This victory solidified Muhammad's authority and influence, not only among his followers, but also among neighboring tribes and cities, including Mecca. The aftermath of the Battle of Khyber underscored Muhammad's role as a unifying figure in Medina and beyond. His leadership not only solidified the Muslim community, but also set the stage for the eventual establishment of Islam as a dominant force in the Arabian Peninsula. This period of transition reshaped the religious and political landscape of Arabia, laying the foundation for the early Islamic State and its expansion in subsequent years.